Hey, good morning everybody, and welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is amazing, or whenever you happen to be watching. I'm going to start my day in kind of a poopy way. And what I mean by that is you guys know that Ivy, when you feed her a big meal, does a lot of urates. You see all this white stuff all over the place here? Well, typically she goes in the water and does her urate, which makes it easy to clean. It's a pain in the butt to get these urates off this universal rock. I mean, number one, it's kind of stinky, so we got to clean it, right? We can't leave it in there, but it is a huge job. I mean, you have to get in there, wet it down, you know, scrub the heck out of it. It just sticks like crazy. So I cannot believe she wrecked her cage. I mean, all over the place. So I have to honestly get Aries and Ivy out of the cage because I'm going to be in here just scrubbing away for hours to get this cage cleaned up. But hey, that's part of keeping reptiles. That's part of keeping giant anacondas. So what do you say? We get Aries and Ivy's out, we'll put them on the ground, and I'll get in here and try to clean this mess up. These anacondas, I tell you what, even as I'm setting up just all the stuff to get cleaning, Aries is already coming out of the cage. I mean, they are so smart. He was all the way on the other side of the cage. Again, as soon as they know the door's open, they hear it, they come over. They're so cool. So I'm going to just put Aries actually in a tub, and then I'll let Ivy just kind of crawl around and stuff like that. So come on, big boy. He's amazing. He just shed out, looks absolutely beautiful. But again, anacondas are so unusual, aren't they? They're so curious. I mean, it's just wild. There you go, boy. And I'll wait till everything is set up before I take out Ivy. Obviously, I want her out the least amount of time as possible so she doesn't get herself in trouble. Because like I said, it's going to take quite a bit of time for me to clean all of that white gunk, that urate out of there. It's going to be a stinky job, and it's not going to be easy. But hey, that's what we got to do. So Ivy was laying in this pee puddle right here, this urate puddle. She is so stinky. So I got her out, just have her on the ground. I'm gonna let her wander. I'm gonna get in there. It's gonna smell, it's gonna be bad. But Ivy is gonna need to get a bath too, because whoo, doggy, she is stinky. You guys know that I'm excited about ball python production this year. We have a lot of really cool stuff going on. This morning there was actually a snowstorm that had 2-3 inches of snow, so I'm expecting a lot of locks today, so that's always super exciting. And you may notice that I've been taping cages, and what basically that is when an animal is breeding, when they're locked up, I'll tape a little piece like this. That's just so that when Quinn is actually servicing cages, he doesn't accidentally open it and disturb them, because what can happen if you disturb a snake during the breeding is they can kind of separate. Sometimes the male can actually pull the hemipene out, which isn't good. So I tape them. That's the way to kind of communicate when more than one person is actually taking care of a collection. And I tell you what a breeding day. It seems like almost everything is hooked up. But I am really excited about this. Of course, the Lorry project. This is actually a Lorry ball python bred to a Lorry pinstripe. So we can produce super Lorry pin, stuff like that. We have a lot of Lorry stuff going, and you know they produce some absolutely amazing bluish snakes. You guys probably remember last year when we produced the super Lorry leopard ball pythons. Of course, we produced 3 of them. These are 2 females here, and we have a male. And when they were born, they were really bluish. They've turned more of a silvery look now, but I tell you what, I love the super Lorry stuff, so I'm super excited. That's a lot of supers in one sentence, isn't it? But I am super excited to produce more super Lorry stuff and all kinds of different combinations. And because they come out kind of blue, I think that with some selective breeding, we might be able to produce like almost a solid blue snake, or here we go, another Barney ball python, right? We're heading down that path. But I tell you what, over the years, if we get the right combinations together, a blue ball python might be a really good possibility. So hey, for you guys that are worried, I'm not gonna do it. So if you guys, all right. So if you guys are looking for blue balls, we might have some down the road. We have a nice little group of gray-banded king snakes that I'm super excited about. I've mentioned in the past that we used to produce a lot of these. I mean, it was probably 15 years ago or so. We had a pretty big group, and then slowly we just got out of them. And then it's been a number of years since we bred them. So this year will be the first year. I mean, just such a beautiful snake. I mean, look at the grays and the oranges, black banding. I mean, such unusually awesome snakes. These guys are from West Texas, and just a really cool king snake. Now, as babies, when you have certain bloodlines, they really like to get lizard-scented food. Fortunately, the ones that we have were coming from pinky feeding babies right off the bat. So typically that does pass down generations, and usually when you have adults that started on pinkies, their babies start on pinkies pretty easily. At least that was our experience all those years ago. So really excited to have gray-banded kings again. Again, these guys are in brumation now, maybe for another 4 weeks, and then they're up and they're going to start breeding. Back that way. Go ahead, go back that way. Come on, let's go back that way. Go back that way. Go. Go back that way. Go. Okay, go. So there's 25 females actually locked up today, which is pretty absolutely incredible. But you know, it's all about working hard and being consistent. I talk about it all the time. If you want to breed snakes or just be successful in life, it's about consistency, right? There's a saying that says, when preparation meets opportunity. In this case, the preparation was feeding the animals, giving them breaks when they wanted to. The opportunity also was there when a snowstorm came through like there did this morning. And then with all our preparation, we actually had a successful breeding day. That means that we have a better chance of these females starting to grow follicles, feed better, ultimately produce eggs. So work hard, people. I'm telling you, the 25 locks that I had today wouldn't have happened if we weren't working on this for the last month to get to a day like today. But wow, 25 animals hooked up today. That is absolutely incredible. I'm telling you guys, the next month is going to be super exciting when it comes to breeding pythons here. I tell you what, guys, that was a chore. That was a lot of hours of scrubbing, and still there's a little bit more I'm going to have to go back, but I'm done for now. I'm just out of energy. So, Ivy, I love you so much, but please, poop in the water. Go in the water. I've never had her do that before, and I hope she never does that again, because that is way too hard to clean. In the water, you just suck it out. It takes you 10 minutes. Here, it was hours of scrubbing, and wow. I'm hot. I'm exhausted. I need a break. You guys remember I work with spotted children's and Stimson's pythons, the Anteracia, those little pygmy pythons from Australia. Well, there's a recessive mutation called a Granite right here, which is really cool, which is just, again, a recessive Granite mutation that makes this pattern all broken up like this. Now, I didn't produce any last year. Bummer, I was so upset about it. Well, this year we had a couple of new males up to size that hopefully will do their job. This happens to be one of them right here. So with any luck, that's an animal I'm certainly excited about producing. I love children's spotteds and Stimson's pythons, and I would certainly love to produce this mutation of them. And although so much of my life now is spent at the reptarium and education, behavior, just kind of that excitement of the zoo and all that type of stuff, I still will always love breeding snakes and reptiles. You know, I mean, I get excited about it. You know, I mean, it's something I've done since I was a kid, and I'll never lose that passion, that's for sure. And this particular one is one that I'm really excited about as well. This, of course, is a sunset Indian sand boa. Now, I've produced the Indian sand boas in the past, and the sunsets are kind of like what we think are maybe an incomplete dominant, because if you breed a sunset, which is this more orange color, to the more brown Indian smooth scale sand boas, about half the babies come out sunset right off the bat, which is pretty cool. So I'd love to work this project a little bit more. We do have a sunset female, so breeding sunset to sunset, who knows what we'll get. Maybe we'll get even a brighter orange snake, not sure. Nevertheless, definitely a species we haven't produced in the last couple years, so I am excited that hopefully this will be the year to have some of these little monkeys born, because they are absolutely incredible. As you can see, even now that I closed the door, Aries is kind of like testing, like, can I get out? He's just kind of going up, kind of checking things out. It's amazing, not only snakes, but all reptiles, you know, our tortoises, lizards, everything. It's like one time, all they have to do is figure out something and they remember it forever. We've seen Ivy crawl up that ladder so many times, just going right back into her cage. It's just so interesting how, again, these guys have so much cognitive thought and memory than I ever expected. Just such cool animals. Definitely excited about these guys here. These are Mexican pine snakes. Again, an animal you don't see around that often. It's a Pituophis. Really cool, again, related to bull snakes, pine snakes, gopher snakes, all that type of stuff. Super neat animals. This is the male. He's a little bit smaller. The female's a little bit bigger. Of course, they do need to be bigger to produce, because these guys have really big eggs and really beautifully big babies. I mean, just what a cool looking snake. And I have never bred these in my entire life, so this is going to be pretty cool that hopefully we'll have babies this year. Seems like I've been talking about black milk snake, or the Lampropeltis triangulum gagei, for years about how awesome they are, and we've been raising them up. This is one of our 2-year-olds that's not quite ready to breed, but we do have a pair that we hope will be able to breed this year that are in brumation. Going to be super cool. Again, these are the animals that hatch out like a milk snake, right? They're red, black, and yellow, and then as they get older, they turn jet black, and they get pretty big, 7 foot or so. So this one certainly isn't ready to breed, but hopefully with any luck, we'll have some babies this year. That will be a huge accomplishment. Again, an animal I've never produced before, so that'll be another one to add to the species list. Like always, I'm excited about what we could potentially be producing in 2021, not to mention so much fun working with anacondas, you know what I mean? No, I honestly love them. Even if it is a lot of work, it's absolutely worth it. If you enjoyed this video and you're missing baby snakes, here's a playlist. Can you do me a favor? Just watch 1 or 2 of them. Helps my click-through rate, helps this channel, and I appreciate you. You can also subscribe to my podcast channel right up here called Checking In. On this side, please subscribe to this channel. Get us to 3 million. We are not that far off. Turn your post notifications on. Have an absolutely wonderful day. Remember, be kind to somebody, and I promise I'll see you tomorrow.